How can you say that this brother is stronger than God?
你怎么可能说这个弟兄比神还强呢？
Are you of small faith?
你是一个小信的人吗？
Yeah, it should be. God is stronger than we are.
是的，神是应该比我们强，
But oh my, so many times.
但不哦，好多次，
So many times we are stronger than God.
许多时候我们比神强，
So many times we win.
好多次都是我们赢。
And you know, God, the Lord will never make you do something against your will.
神不会反对你的意志而去做一些事情。
If God says, go east, and it's like, no, I will go west.
如果神说往东走，你就说我要往西走，
God's like, okay,
神最后只好说你走吧，
I have time.
我有时间，
You might not have time,
你也许没有时间。
but I have time.
神说我有的是时间。
And He never, you know, that's what demons and Satan does. That they go against your will.
这个魔鬼啊，来是要反对你的意志，
But God is just, hey, how about this?
但神却来说，哎，怎么样？给你点建议。
And He just lets you choose.
这个就要让你自己来拣选。
And if you look at the life of the Lord Jesus, He chose the whole way.
你看看主耶稣的一生，他整个路的拣选。
Even at the cross, he didn't pray, Father, your will is constraining me to get on the cross.
他并不是祷告说，父啊，你的旨意是要把我困迫到十字架上去。
He prayed this, Father, if it's possible, let this cup pass. But then he chose, not my will, but yours.
而他的祷告却是这样，他说：“父啊，若是可能叫这杯挪去，但不要成就我的意思，要成就你的意思。”
He chose the whole way to stand with the Father.
整个路程，他都是选择与父的旨意同在。
And Paul's boast here was, you know what? The Lord won.
保罗的夸口就是说，他说神在这里得胜了，
I let him triumph over me.
我让他在我身上得胜了。
I just allowed him to come into my life.
我让他进到我的生活来，
And this became the testimony and the fragrance of Paul's life.
这就成为保罗生活里面的见证和
What caused the fragrance of the knowledge of Christ to come out of Paul?
到底什么叫那因认识基督而有的香气从保罗身上出来呢？
You see a man who was really interacting with God.
你看见一个人的确与神来往。
And Paul would say something like this, I was a blasphemer, I was a violent aggressor, and I was persecuting the church, and I was doing things that I thought were right in front of God.
保罗会这样的就见证，他说我是亵渎神、侮慢人，我也是这个亵渎神的，但是我却是怎么样的一个人？
But God came in,
但是神来了，
and you know what? He won over me.
你知道吗？他胜了我。
You know what? Paul's greatest display of show and tell was?
保罗实在是在这里做一个真正的这种的这个秀表演一样，
It was himself.
而且他其实就是这个秀是在说他自己。
You know what happened? God conquered me.
你知道发生什么事情吗？神胜了我。
And you see, even in this instance in Troas, where a door was opened for him, great and mighty in the Lord.
你知道，就连这样的事情，在特罗亚有福音的门为我们在主里为我们开了。
Where maybe in his life he would say like, yeah, this this is a great advancement from my apostolic career.
也许他会说，哇，这样子是对我使徒这个历程的一个重要的往前。
Think of how many more people would appreciate me.
你知道多少人会这个珍赏我吗？
Think of how famous I could become.
你知道我可以变得多有名吗？
But I have no rest in my spirit.
但是我在灵里却不安。
And he didn't go with the need.
他就没有跟着需要走。
Maybe he prayed at that moment, Lord, you won.
也许他在那个时候祷告，他说：“
Lord
主啊，你要来胜过我。
Lord, you win.
主啊，你要得胜。”
And he would say, you know what? He always leads us in triumph.
他就说：“哦，他总是在我们在凯旋行列中率领我们。
How do you have that fragrance?
你怎么能够有这样的香气呢？
It only takes place because you have allowed the Lord to win in your heart.
只有当你让主在你身上有地位，让主胜过了你，才有这样的香气。
Say, Lord, I wanted to go this way in my life.
你说：“主啊，我要这样子在我的人生中这样来跟随你。
I wanted to have this and you and everything I wanted, and then you came and changed my direction.
我想要这样子来跟随你，愿你进来改变我的人生。
I wanted to marry this person,
我想要跟这个人结婚，
but Lord, you gave me the person you wanted.
但是主，你要给我你要给我的那个人。
Lord, you win.
主啊，你要胜过我。
And this happens time and time again.
这个要常常发生，一再发生。
What happens with all of the apostles in the New Testament?
在新约里面所有的使徒，他们怎么样？身上怎么样呢？
Peter, after the Lord when the Lord was being crucified, denied the Lord 3 times.
彼得在主被钉十字架之前，否认了主3次。
And when the Lord was asking, sharing some fish with him by the shore of the lake, he asked him, "Do you love me?"
所以最后当在湖边，主给他们鱼和饼之后，主问彼得说：“你爱我吗？”
And he just restores Peter.
这个主就来恢复彼得。
Peter couldn't say, I'll just stay in my failure.
彼得不能说我要停留在我的失败里。
I'll just stay in my in feeling bad about the way I treated the Lord at that time.
我要留在我的这个失败，就是我怎么样这样子对待主。
The Lord would say, "Do you love me?" And when Peter answered yes, he's like, "No, go into the field, feed my sheep."
主问他说：“你爱我吗？”然后彼得说：“是的。”那主就要他去牧养我的羊。
You just realize the Lord wins.
你知道吗？主得胜了。
And how do you get the fragrance that Paul was talking about? It's like my life is just won over by the Lord.
你知道怎么能够有这样的香气吗？就必须你的生命是被主胜过的，一再被主胜过。
You experience Christ, and then you give people the real fragrance of Christ.
你经历基督了，你就给人一个认知，你真的是有基督身上的
You
香气。
experience the Lord winning in your life.
你就经历了主在你身上不断的得胜。
And that's the only way that somebody can experience a fragrance of the knowledge of Christ.
这是人能够得着那认识基督而有的香气唯一的路。
That same word is used when Mary broke the alabaster flask on Jesus' feet.
同样的这样的一个字，用在另外一个地方，就是玛利亚打破那一磅至贵的真拿达香膏的时候，
And the fragrance filled the whole house.
那香气充满了那个屋子。
And you just think about people in that house, they smell something.
你就想象那个屋子里面的人都闻到那个香气。
There's a fragrance of somebody who poured out their life for the Lord.
有一个香气是有人将他们的一生交在主的身上。
And there's a fragrance of someone who, Mary just did that for just a small instant of time to anoint the Lord for his burial.
这个玛利亚就用那么一个短的时间，她就在那个时候膏了主为着她安葬预备的。
Maybe after she poured out the ointment, the next day, the Lord didn't even smell that way anymore.
也许如果她再等一天，她要来这样子倒香膏，主就不会闻到了。
And the ointment was cleared up, and it was, it was just, you just don't see it anymore.
这个当香膏这样倒出去，你就再也看不到它了。
And Mary just poured it out right there at that moment for the Lord for his burial.
而在那个时刻，玛利亚就抓住那样的机会倒出来了。
And you look at it, and people said, why was that waste? Why the waste?
许多人会说，何用这样枉费呢？
And sometimes Judas says, why the waste? Other times the disciples say, why the waste?
有的时候是犹大会说何用枉费，连门徒们都有说何用枉费。
So even people that would follow the Lord will look at that and just say, that was too far.
连许多跟随主的人都会说，这太过了吧。
And maybe thinking like, what's the result? Couldn't there have been a much more productive kind of use of that value?
也许那些钱可以用来做许多的事情，更有建设性，更有果效。
But you know what it produced? It produced a fragrance.
但是你知道这个产生什么吗？产生一个香气。
And today we are still reading about that fragrance.
而直到今天，我们还在享受那个香气。
It was the most like temporary, seemingly temporary thing.
实在是看起来最短暂的事，
But you know what? It is the most long-lasting thing.
却是最长久的事，
Because it's being poured out on the Lord.
就是被交出倒在主的身上。
One time I just went too far, or maybe I went too far. I don't know.
有一次也许我也太过了。
I threw away a lot of my life.
我不知道怎么样，我把我的人生中很多丢出去了。
My school, my family, and almost everything.
我的学校，我的家庭，几乎一切，
And things kind of blew up.
好像有一些爆炸，
Just a lot of opposition.
也许就是有很多的这个反
And
抗。
I went over to an older saint's home.
我去到一个年长的圣徒的家里，
And I sat down and we started drinking some tea or Coke or something.
我们坐下来喝一些茶，也许一些可乐。
And the wife of the couple just said a few words.
那对夫妇那个姊妹就说了，
She said, well, at least you chose the Lord.
她说至少你选了主。
She wasn't saying whether I went too far or not. Maybe I did.
她没有说我是不是太过了，也许我有一点，
But she said, you know what? At least you chose the Lord.
但是她却说至少你选择了主。
And when Paul would live this kind of life, there's just a fragrance.
当保罗这样子过人生的时候，就有香
And
气
when
出来。
Mary poured out all that ointment on the Lord, there was a fragrance.
当玛利亚这样子倒出来的时候，有香气。
There was a smell that was unmistakable.
这样子的香气是没有办法被取代的，
And this is precious.
这是宝贝。
Yeah. Paul, even in the next verse, says this,
保罗在下一节说，
for we are a fragrance of
他说
Christ.
我们是馨香之气，
We are a fragrance of Christ.
我们是基督的馨香之气，
To God among those who are being saved and among those who are perishing.
在神面前，无论在得救的人身上，或在那些正在灭亡的人身上，
You just become something.
你成为一些事物。
In verse 14, he says, he manifests through us the sweet aroma of the knowledge.
14节他说，他借着我们在各处显扬那个香气。
But here, Paul says this, he himself is that fragrance.
15节保罗却说，我自己就是那个香气。
He himself is the fragrance.
他说，我自己就是那个香气。
And this is so valuable.
这个实在是太有价值了。
The fragrance is so valuable.
这个香气价值太高了。
The fragrance will tell people where you've been.
这个香气会告诉人你曾经去
The
了哪里。
fragrance will tell people where you are.
这个香气会告诉人你现在在哪里。
It's a powerful sign.
这个实在是一个太有力量的事情。
I knew one person who was a manager at Kentucky Fried Chicken.
我知道这个肯德基的这个经理，
And when I was visiting him to try to preach the gospel to him.
有一次我去访问他，想要跟他传福音。
And when I walked into his house, I smelled KFC.
我走进他的家，我就闻到肯德基的味道。
His clothes smelled like KFC.
他的衣服也闻出来像那样。
And even he himself smelled like chicken.
然后他闻起来也像鸡一样。
It was unmistakable that he was immersed in chicken.
你没法否认，没法取代他就是整个被他浸透了。
And it left a deep impression on me.
那实在给我一个非常深刻的印象。
I would like people, when they come to my house, they would smell Christ.
我的希望，我的盼望是，人到我们的家里还会闻到基督。
And I would like people, when they are with me, they just say like, this guy is just handling Christ.
当我愿意人来到我们身上，就觉得这个人就是将基督显扬出来。
It's not just the knowledge that's the fragrance, or that's the aroma.
不是那个知识成为香气，
But it's Paul himself became that fragrance.
而是保罗自己成为那个馨香之气。
We are a fragrance of Christ to God.
我们就是献给神的基督馨香之气。
Oh, how much is behind that little phrase?
这么一个小小的一段话，有多少在后面？
How many times Paul had to say, Lord, you win?
多少次保罗必须要说主啊，你得胜？
How many times Paul had to say, like, I want to preach the gospel, but no, Lord, I have no rest in my spirit.
多少次保罗需要讲这样的话？他说我灵里不安，我需要传福音。
How many times Paul would have to say, like, I'm just yearning for this saint, and I forgive them in the person of Christ.
当我在这样子为圣徒祷告、这个祈求的时候，我却是在基督的面前。
How many times Paul would interact with Christ and have Christ as so much in his life?
多少次保罗需要这样子的与基督有一种来往？
And maybe how many times he would be comforted by Christ?
多少次他需要这样被基督来
How
安慰？
many times he came to his end and just said, I just can't go on anymore. And then there's a little comfort. I can love the Lord another day.
但多少次他遇见仇敌，他没办法再往前了，他却从神得了安慰，他能够再活一天。
How many times did Paul just say, like, Lord, my life is directed in another way because of you?
多少次保罗需要说，我的人生被带领到另外一个方向去了，因为你。
It is not cheap at all to say, I am a fragrance of Christ.
这实在不是一件便宜的事情。我能说我是基督的馨香之气。
It's cheap to know things about the Lord.
要知道一些主的事情，也许很便宜。
It's cheap to be able to repeat some words.
你要重复一些话，很便宜。
But it's not cheap to say, oh, we are a fragrance of Christ.
但是要能说我是基督的馨香之气，却不便宜。
We are a fragrance of Christ.
我们乃是基督的馨香之气。
How many secret interactions with the Lord.
有多少暗中与主的来往？